married to Remy Ma. She put some stuff out on the internet.
Ain't no thing, oh, I want him and he's married to you. And it's not that. I'm a girl's girl. So when it comes to like that, that's not it. We all know that Remy was already out here having her little boy toy or whatever. Right? He done came out and done said it that they were in a relationship 2 years.
Wow.
So don't look at me and say, oh, you just came and messed up this happy home. That's not what happened.
Because that relationship was already over.
That was already over.
Okay.
So now that's their privacy, and they didn't do that. But she's out with this guy, parading around, whatever. So everybody knew that she was with this guy already. So it was a private situation and a private understanding of what was going on.
Papoose was a good man from what I seen. I wish I had a good man like Papoose. Remy Ma now want Papoose back, and he done moved in with his new girlfriend. Now she gotta play the hand that she picked. That man waited for her like she was in jail.
In recent times, really not ready for this work. She said it's natural. She don't have to. Not even like talking about fighting. Sometimes people need and hands put on them. And I love boxing. It's one of my favorite
events. I am wondering, what would it take? How much money would it take for you to jump the ring with Remy Ma? Just like she makes it up. What? Your actual self? Oh my god.
So at this point, we get down to whatever. It's just that part of it. That part there is where it's like, who is going up? Why would you should can't be like shit.
Hello, Barbara. This is. Anyway, 2 hours ago. Perfect. It's fun to know about Hello, Barbara. This is show.
Kirk Frost shocked the entertainment world by exposing Papoose's alleged affair with champion Claressa Shields on social media. Just when we thought things couldn't get any hotter or more dramatic, boom, he dropped the receipts. And trust me, he wasn't holding anything back, exposing it all with the intensity of a big brother on a mission. But here's where it gets even crazier. Kirk Frost actually defended Papoose. He praised him for keeping his cool, showing respect even in the middle of all this chaos. But for those of you who need a little more context, Remy Ma was the real center of this storm. Kirk didn't hold back. He straight up called Remy Ma toxic, putting her on blast for playing the innocent victim while secretly cozying up with other rappers behind closed doors. This wasn't just a random scandal. Let me take you back to how this all started last year. The industry was left speechless when the seemingly perfect marriage of Remy Ma and Papoose crumbled. But what people didn't know was that there was a mastermind pulling the strings behind their public humiliation. Just weeks after the news broke, rumors started swirling that Remy Ma was getting a little too comfortable with certain people. And then, another bombshell. Ronnie found himself in hot water when sources revealed he was allegedly involved with underground battle rapper Easy the Block Captain. And that wasn't even the end. Things got even messier when he was accused of engaging in a shocking, unconventional relationship with a mystery woman named Ms. Muser. Meanwhile, Remy Ma had already moved on. She was out here celebrating like it was the 4th of July, flaunting her new romance, and even welcoming a child with someone else. But when Papoose finally decided to break free and move on, that's when Remy Ma completely lost it, and she was ready to burn everything down. And then, another twist. Screenshots and receipts surfaced, alleging that Papoose himself was involved in an affair. But instead of getting caught up in the drama, Papoose handled everything with pure class. Even while his name was being dragged through the mud, he stayed silent, like a true gentleman. He simply lived his life, while the world around him exploded in chaos. Remy Ma went all out, dragging herself and Claressa Shields, the boxing champion, into the scandal. She didn't hold back. She exposed private conversations between Papoose and Claressa, revealing sultry comments and even claiming that Papoose fell asleep on the phone with Claressa while still living under her roof. This was beyond disrespectful. But what really sent shockwaves through the industry was that Remy Ma was openly shading a world champion boxer. Who in their right mind picks a fight with someone known for knocking people out? But Remy didn't care. She was ready for war. And let's not forget, Remy Ma has always carried that boss woman energy, someone who could shake a room with just a look. But this fallout, this was bigger than anyone could have imagined. The moment she heard what was being said, all hell broke loose. But guess what? Claressa Shields didn't stay silent. She clapped back hard. She took the fight from Instagram to Twitter, firing shots left and right, making everyone wonder, how can a woman with two lovers be mad at a man who was just warming up? Social media went wild. And then, a brutal knockout. With just a few verbal jabs, Claressa left everyone grabbing their popcorn. She exposed the hypocrisy, making people question how a 45-year-old woman could be acting so childish over a situation she started in the first place. The drama was insane. But Remy Ma wasn't done. She had a full meltdown on social media, claiming that no one could bully her, that she wasn't going to be played for a fool. But the reality, she was already looking ridiculous. She tried to flip the situation, but it backfired horribly. And then came the final blow. Remy Ma accused Claressa of being nothing more than a side piece. And this time, Papoose didn't even bother to respond. That silence, it said everything. At this point, social media was in complete chaos. The notifications were off the radar. And one thing was clear, this wasn't just a scandal. It was an all-out war.
The coverage of, who you're dating, your personal life, beef with rappers and all.
I don't even know what you're talking about. And I have to be honest, social media is not a real place. People do crazy stuff all the time, and you just kind of have to deal with it. And I guess with it, you having all these followers, and then stardom comes hate and all this different type of stuff. But only thing I've noticed is that people are very intimidated by natural black women.
So you're saying it's not true?
Is what true?
Is all the whole Remy and Pap situation, none of it was true?
I don't have nothing to do with that. I have been open in all my relationships that I've had. All of them.
This is made a story because Pap.
I don't even know nothing about that.
I'm just saying that's why it's being made a story is because
I am 29. So how can I know about any of that? Let's just be honest. So this is what I'm saying. When I'm ready to announce who I'm with, I will do that. But till then, everything else is just speculation. And the internet, once again, is not a real.
While Remy Ma was allegedly out here playing games and getting cozy with other rappers behind the scenes, young Kirk Frost was just stepping into the spotlight. But let me tell you, he didn't just dip his toe into the drama. Oh no, just when we thought things couldn't get any worse, Big Brother Kirk shocked everyone by praising Papoose for maintaining his composure and dignity amid all the chaos. But wait, there's more. And if you thought this couldn't get any messier, Kirk Frost had receipts. He came in ready for war, choosing to dive straight into the fire instead of holding back. So let's take a step back and break down how this entire disaster started. Last year, the entertainment industry was rocked when news broke that the seemingly perfect marriage of Remy Ma and Papoose had fallen apart. But honey, that was just the opening act of this full-course drama. Just weeks after the bomb dropped, rumors started swirling that Remy Ma was actually the mastermind behind Papoose's public humiliation, despite her desperate attempts to play the innocent victim. And if you thought that scandal was bad, oh, buckle up. That was just the beginning. A few months later, sources dropped another explosive revelation. Remy Ma was reportedly involved in a full-blown scandal with another rapper. And let me tell you, it was awful news for everyone involved. And here's where things took a wild turn. Papoose himself was now being linked to a secret meetup with an underground battle rapper, none other than Easy the Block Captain. And trust me, the details that emerged, absolutely shocking. The industry was left speechless, and social media erupted into chaos. One thing was clear, this wasn't just a cheating scandal anymore. This was war.
Never.
Remy completely lost her mind and decided to ruin everything the moment Papoose chose to move on with a new woman by his side. Just a few days before, she went on a social media rampage, dropping alleged screenshots and receipts like it was the 4th of July. She claimed that Papoose had been having an affair, but let me tell you, the man handled it with honor and grace. Like a true gentleman, he stayed silent, focused on his future, and refused to engage in petty drama. But the real shock? He was recently linked to boxing champion Claressa Shields. Oh, but Remy wasn't about to let that slide. She went all in, leaking private exchanges between Papoose and Claressa, exposing flirty and suggestive comments. And trust me, darling, she wasn't just teasing. She even revealed how Papoose allegedly fell asleep on the phone with Claressa while still living under her roof. And the real kicker? Claressa Shields is a world champion boxer, but that didn't stop Remy from throwing jabs, as if she wasn't messing with someone who literally fights for a living. Social media went into a full meltdown. The foul fallout was even more explosive than anyone could have imagined. And let's not forget, Remy has always been that boss chick who could make people tremble with just a single glare. But this time, she had met her match. And then came the biggest knockout of all. Claressa Shields clapped back hard. She took the fight from Instagram to Twitter, and in true fighter spirit, she delivered a verbal KO. Chaos erupted. People were grabbing popcorn left and right. Claressa savagely pointed out the ridiculous hypocrisy, saying, "How can a woman with 2 boyfriends be mad at a man who only has 1 girlfriend?" The internet lost it. And then, the ultimate humiliation. Remy had a full-blown meltdown, ranting about how she wasn't someone who could be bullied or played. But let's be real, she was already looking foolish. And just when you thought it was over, Remy tried to shade Claressa's age, but Claressa fired back instantly, saying, "I'm not even 45 yet, but you're still coming for me." And the final devastating silence? Papoose didn't even bother responding. Instead of flowers or gifts, all Remy got was ignored. At that moment, everyone's alerts went off. This wasn't just drama. This was an all-out war.
Pedestal and held him in high regards and have high respect for it.
It's all that best vibes.
Remy's continuous infidelity and Papoos's repeated requests for a divorce made one thing crystal clear. She's a narcissist. Instead of handling things like a grown woman, she would rather manipulate the narrative and chase clout on social media. But guess what? Papoose finally had enough. And when he broke his silence, he did it in the most spectacular way imaginable.
I told y'all that Remy Ma and Papoose are done. I told y'all that Papoose put hands on that little boy she messing with, because that's a little boy. That's not a grown man. Remy damn near 45, okay? Remy damn near 45 years old. This little boy works for her. He is trying to get a come up and rap. Remy Ma and Papoose were supposed to own this company together, and Remy Ma ends up sleeping, and I'm gonna say allegedly, with the help.
I just want to say, Remy Ma might have set us back 400 years. Bad enough these men don't do days with us, just let alone bids with us. Girl, what? I'm about my business though. But you done set us back 400 years. You did. They ain't never gonna do nothing with us. They don't do nothing with us now. You feel me? Not black, not Papoose. Baby, that's crazy. And then you're gonna get a man that look just like little head and big hat? Like, I don't get it.
And let me tell you, This drama train hasn't stopped yet. The hypocrisy in this whole mess is just astounding. When Kirk Frost said that the double standards in this case were more obvious than a fire alarm, he wasn't lying. Why is everyone turning a blind eye just because Remy is a woman? If Papoose had done even half of what Remy has been accused of on social media, people would be calling for his head on a platter. And as if things weren't already messy enough, Lil Scrappy has now jumped in, and he's not holding back.
A few weeks before our battle hit me holler. He knew already. I know he up there trying to play victim and all of that shit, but the man knew. He knew 2 months ago. He don't like. He can't talk it up. He knew. He knew. And I'm gonna tell you how he knew. So how he knew is that y'all think that's so thorough. He put a recording device in Remy's car. So how he knew is he was bugging her f***ing car. So that's all that he can do. He's aware. He bugged the car, and you couldn't really hear me on the other side, but you could hear her talking to me. So that's how he knew. And it's not cat. I got all the proof. So as soon as he say it's cat.
Although it's heartbreaking to see the downfall of Papoose and Remy Ma's relationship, let's be honest, Remy holds the majority of the blame. At this point, it's crystal clear that this divorce is not just inevitable. It needs to happen now. Even though Papoose has handled everything on social media with grace and silence like a true gentleman, this situation is spinning out of control. Because here's the truth. Marriages only work when both his partners are committed, and Claressa Shields understood that. But Remy Ma's erratic behavior? It's nothing but jealousy. She simply can't handle seeing Papoose happy with someone else. And trust me, fans are not holding back. Some critics believe that Remy is bitter because Papoose exposed her in public. They say she's trying to stop him from moving on. But let's be real, can you really blame him? After everything that's happened. Even Kirk Frost called her out for playing the victim when, in reality, she was the one who allegedly cheated with that battle rapper. This entire situation, even with the world champion involved, is a classic case of someone who can't stand to see their ex-partner move on to bigger things. And then there's Joy Lee, who's calling out the media's double standards, accusing them of attacking Papoose, while Remy was out here doing the exact same thing. But let's be real. The truth is louder than any headline. This is a perfect example of how toxic relationships spiral out of control. Instead of keeping their private matters private, Remy Ma has turned this entire breakup into a full-blown entertainment circus. At this point, it's painfully obvious. Sometimes, letting go is the best thing you can do for your own sanity. Papoose seems to be moving on, but Remy, she's still holding on for dear life while the drama explodes. And the way fans are reacting. Oh, times have changed. This situation is a masterclass in what not to do when a relationship ends. And let me tell you, this drama is far from over. This tea is still piping hot, and trust me, we're here to spill every last drop, because at the rate things are going, this might just be the biggest celebrity scandal of the year. And you better believe we're watching every second of it.